Hi guys, so today this is part 2 of the hybrid animal practice, and because you have a substitute today is why you are watching this video. So make sure you pay attention, let the video run its course, and then if need be, and this is whether or not Mr. Akers wants to do it or not, it's up to him. He can replay it and pause and play if that would help. But I think you guys will do well because we already started using the cat picture. I've made the website easier. Right now you don't see a video on here because I'm recording it as I speak. But when you go to my website, you'll see the video positioned below this statement here. And then you're going to want to click here, and that will bring you to the hybrid practice that we went to on Tuesday. Okay, so if you recall, we took the cat picture, and I'm going to go ahead and open that right now, and called it hybrid practice. Okay, so what I'm going to do as soon as it comes up, I'm going to go ahead and take the dog picture now that you see, the next one down, and I'm going to show you the same steps that we used for the cat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click the dog. I'm going to right click to copy, go into Photoshop, and some of you would want to paste it right above the cat and put it on its own layer, but if you recall, we didn't do that. We went ahead and did Control N. No need to name it, and then I'm going to just do Control V. Now some of you aren't quite sure why you only see the dog and you'll see the other file, and that's because up here you've got the restore down, which I'm doing right now. Okay, let me show you do that again. Up here you've got options of minimize, restore down, and close. I don't want to close it, but I'm going to choose that middle section. It says restore down, and that's how you can find the other file that was hiding underneath that dog picture. This just happens to be in full screen mode. Okay, so no longer is it in full screen mode. Now, next step we did was go into quick mask mode, and you remember, letter Q will bring you up into quick mask mode, and you can see that the layer activity shows a gray box rather than the dark blue active layer when you're in the normal mode. So I just went ahead and hit Q again, and it brought me back into regular mode, normal mode. So I do want to go back to quick mask mode, and hitting the letter Q. I take that brush. Now, it's always good to start with a hard brush, as I'm showing you up here. If you recall, the cat, because of the furry edge, the real soft edge to the cat fur, I decided I would take a softer brush. Okay, I don't need the soft brush for this dog, because if you zoom in, you can see the edge of the dog is a harder edge, and so we want to make sure we grab that entire image by using a harder edged brush. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the mask. Okay, and for this video tutorial purpose, I'm going to go rather fast, and I would appreciate it if you guys would be a little bit cleaner in how you select. And so again, it's a good idea to zoom in. I'm going to do that right now. Zoom in so you can get a more accurate selection. And quickly cruise through this. Now I'm going to pause the video briefly so you don't have to watch me select this. And then I'll come back and it should be complete. Okay, so I went ahead and paused the video, as you know, and then I spent another maybe 2-3 minutes finishing this up, but I didn't want to bore you with that process, so now I'm back finished. But I do actually want to show you how to eliminate excess mask. So I purposely went over that tail a little bit too much. So the way you would remove the mask is just hit the letter X, and what that does is it switches the black over white to white over black. So I'm going to do that now. White will remove. I'm doing that right now. You can see how I'm taking that away. Okay. And I think I went a little bit too far right there. And let's see. I believe right around there, around the ear. Okay, so that's how you remove the mask. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch the colors again, hit letter X, and I'm going to add a little bit of mask right around his leg that I seem to have missed. Okay. Last thing I want to say about mask is to be really careful that all the opacity is up at 100%, both in the layers that I'm pointing to and up here in the options mode. You don't want these to be less than 100%, because what that ends up doing is you don't get a full selection of your object, in this case the dog, or anything else that you're quick masking. Okay, so you need to make sure it's 100%. I think a couple of you did that accidentally on Tuesday. And then again, the only time that there's going to be a soft brush is around a furry edge, like in the case of the cat. So now, to get back into regular mode, you hit Q again. You can see these ants. So really, you see the ants around the document and what seems to be around the dog, but in fact, the dog isn't even selected, everything but the dog. And originally I said just do an inverse selection, but I think the easiest thing to do is just hit delete. And delete just eliminates the background, and then you can just deselect those ants and go ahead and move the dog over to the cat layer. Okay? Alright. The next step I want to do is resize both animals so that they seem to be the same size. I'm going to pause the video and do that and come back. That way I'm saving some time on my video. Okay, so I think you've probably noticed that I did resize the cat and the dog. Now, they approximately show similar sizes in the head, okay? And so that's kind of what you want to do. And you want to decide, in this case we're going to do, you decide what head you want to use and what body you want to use. And what you don't want to do is just simply take your eraser and start erasing. Okay, that's a hack job. That's for people that have never taken Photoshop before. Okay, and you obviously have taken Photoshop. You're in your 20th, 18th week of school, and so you can do better than that, because that's what you would have done without my class. And we want to make sure we understand how to use the mask correctly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cat head on the dog body. I think doing that, actually, I reverse that. I'm going to put the cat, or the dog head on the cat body, and that's because of the angle of the dog's head. Okay, and I think both would work, but I think this would be the easiest way to do it. So what I'm going to do is lower the opacity of the dog's body just so I can see that they kind of line up correctly. And then I'm going to readjust that to 100%, because now I think they're lined up fairly well. And then I'm going to add a mask. Now we're not doing quick mask anymore. I'm just adding a mask to this layer, and that's down here showing this gray box with the white circle. I think we've used masks before. Yes, we have, when we did the montage. Okay. Now, this is not a montage, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to show the merging of the two bodies fusing together like they are one. And so I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to make sure there's black on the white mask. And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take a soft brush, actually, okay, and this is where the soft brush is going to help you. And I'm going to start removing the dog, okay. Now I'm not erasing. This is actually known as non-destructive editing, because non-destructive just means you're hiding the pixels here shown in the thumbnail. So I'm not deleting anything, because I can simply, if I make a mistake, I can switch the colors X and bring that dog back. So you see, you couldn't do that if you erased it. So I'm going to go ahead and switch again and do black over white. And the soft color is helpful because the soft doesn't take it off completely because of the soft brush. It's a sort of a slower transition between that dog fur and that cat fur. You can see sort of how they blend together, and that's really the key. Okay, the hard brush again is only used when you're actually using quick mask mode and you're trying to select the entire image. But for masking purposes here in the layers palette, you would want to use a soft brush to show that soft blend. Now I think the dog head is a little bit on the low side, so I'm going to go ahead and drag that head upward. Now you can see a ghost, sort of a ghost image of the dog, and you want to make sure you thoroughly get rid of it. So I'm going to go back into this mask thumbnail. Make sure you have a white outline around the mask thumbnail. If you are accidentally in the dog thumbnail, you're going to end up painting. And you see how the green over pink here? That's paint. I don't want paint. So I can undo that. Make sure you're in the mask thumbnail. Okay? And so now I'm removing that cat, the rest of the dog. Okay? Now you notice that the part of the cat is still peeking through. I can do one of two things. I can resize the dog head by going into the dog thumbnail and doing Control T, or, and this is the better option, or because if I resize the dog head, it would be probably too big for the body of the cat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a mask to the cat layer. And so go into the cat layer, add a mask, and what you do there, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, what I'm going to do there is eliminate the ear of the cat that was sort of poking through on the side of the dog face. And you can see that there's more of the ear, okay? And that looks pretty good, actually, okay? And that's pretty much it in terms of using the mask and showing the blend. If things don't go well, just go ahead and start over by eliminating the mask, or watch this, I can just fill it back with white. So remember how to do that? Option delete, watch my mask right here. Option delete, and see, there's the dog again. If I did Control delete, you hide the dog. So black actually hides and white reveals. And so again, if you just mess up, you just go back, switch the colors, black, and eliminate the dog. So you can eliminate fairly quickly the majority of it, but it's just right around the transition between the two animals that you want to blend it softly. Okay? That's about the end of my recording limit. I've got about 10 seconds. Hope that helps. you're going to want to go ahead and continue the practice, and then you're going to want to choose your own animals. Look at the instructions after the video. It tells you what the project's about. Thank you.